Alrighty, it is Sunday, the first day of April, April Fool's and Easter. But first I have to go back to Saturday really quick. I ended up starting the sketching for pages 1, 2, and 3 early, and I ended up getting off at like 3:30. I made tomorrow's jasmine tea today, and I tried to go to sleep, but Stina suddenly called us to give us Mom's new phone number, and then she said she would send the certificates. We have literally been calling her about these birth certificates for an entire month, and we still have not seen them. And like we had designated this month to go get the ID cards renewed. So that means that we have to absolutely do it in May, because it's not going to happen at all anytime soon. So yeah, after that we went to bed. Okay, so this morning, or technically last night, Monica had left her phone next to my bed to charge, 'cause that's where the outlet is. And so I ended up constantly turning on her phone to see what time it was. So I kept checking like every hour. So I checked at 7, 8, 9, and 10, and I decided to get up at 11, I think. I can't remember. I think it was like 11:30 I got up. And so I made tea. More like I reheated the tea. I made some ramen. I ate that for breakfast. And then I went to work on pages 1, 2, and 3. I finished the draft for page 3, scanned them, did the non-photo blue, and I got them all done before 4:30. And then I kicked Monica out of bed so we can go for a run at 5. We got home at about 5:40, I think it was. And in the process of coming home, we ended up finding that there was all these bottles all over the park. So we ended up bringing those home with us. I wonder if we would have gotten home a little sooner if we hadn't stopped for that. But yeah. After that, we had pizza for Easter breakfast, and then I passed the pages off to her. But we also watched the next episode of Thunderbolt Fantasy. And it surprised me that the crazy killer guy killed the female antagonist. That surprised me. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but man, that happened. I wonder what they're gonna do with it. There's just a 50-50 chance that the necromancer might use her body, because like that would be interesting. But the bad guy showed up, so I don't know what he's planning on doing. It would be ironic if he's actually stronger than the Phoenix Killer guy. So yeah. Other than that, afterward, I ended up trying to work on the audio. I thought I've completed Monday, but it turns out Monday did not save. So I have to redo the Monday file again, which makes me upset. That was the first file I was working on. At the same time, I was working on the coloring in Pasha and we are for page 1, and I got them all completely done. But I feel like because there were so many things to do and so many colors and and all that stuff, I didn't get to the other 2 files I needed to edit for audio. So that didn't work out. That means that when I go back on to work on the background for that, I have to redo Monday. Thankfully it wasn't that long, so hopefully I can get through it pretty quickly. What else is there that needs to happen? As far as I know, we're not planning on doing anything today. We're most likely just gonna go for a walk. It's very cloudy. As for the album covers, they're all up now. They were going up like every 2 hours, so it was like 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 8 o'clock were all the times. And I don't remember what the times were for previous years. I think I might have went for maybe a 3 to 4 hour difference. I don't know. I can't remember what my original times were in the past. All I know is that specific countries are doing better than other ones, and it's always the same ones every year. It's like any country that has a restaurant on it, and all the Nordics basically, they tend to do extremely well. Other than that, I last year I didn't try to look at the poll results until like everything calmed down like mid-month, and I actually tried to look at it this time, and so many things shocked me. First off, I didn't expect this. There's so many people who just got into Hetalia recently, and I'm really surprised by that, because like a lot of people kept saying the series was dead, and it's still getting new fans. And another thing that surprised me is, oh my god, these fans are kind of uninformed, which worries me. I'm like, we as in the generation I was in that was working on the wikis, we try to keep everything up to date as soon as Himaru was active, because he was active during the time that we were active. I don't know what he's doing anymore. As far as I've seen, he hasn't updated. The live journal doesn't keep track of his updates anymore. The live journal is always keeping track of his updates. His last updates, I think, were reportedly 2015. I can't remember how old the last posts were. It's been a really long time since then. So I don't know. All I know is that most of the new Hetalia fans don't know a lot of things that happen, and that's really disturbing. I mean, at least everybody in my generation knew that Croatia happened during the last Christmas event. At least around that time, I think, or was it around? I think it was actually before the Christmas event. Was it during the? I can't remember if it was during or before it. All I know is that there was a comic about Turkey, and he was trying to get into the EU, but he had to wait. But then Croatia suddenly got in faster than him, and we know for a fact that it was Croatia because he implied that it was mentioning something that was only specific to Croatia. It was like ornate cookies. An actual couple of Croatian fans reported that it was their country. So we know for a fact that that was Croatia. New fans don't know that. They never experienced that scene and might not have read the wiki because he's on the minor characters wiki, and I assume most fans, and at least most new fans, don't actually look at that. So I'm like, what happened? Are the new Hetalia fans not as nerdy as the old ones? I'm confused. So yeah, this is worrisome. Okay, so I just got off right now. It's almost 9. I'm tired. The computer's been on all day. I'm trying to figure out when I should go back on. I figure I'll go back on around lunchtime. I'm trying to decide what to do right now because like even though I'm exhausted, I still have stuff I need to do. Like I need to work on the extras for chapter 1 for the sequel, and that's really important. Is there anything else I need to do? Oh yeah, this morning we tried drinking out of champagne flutes. We bought these disposable, collapsible plastic champagne flutes. They were on sale. I think they were on sale after either Valentine's Day or I can't remember what holiday it was. But they were on sale at Vaughn, so we picked some up and we tried to pour the cider in them. And they were kind of hard to drink out of, but the way that they're made, they really stop you from drinking a lot at once. That's interesting. I didn't actually expect it to be like that because like when we drink cider out of our regular tea mugs, we just snark the whole thing down. So I don't know. I kind of liked it. Monica didn't like it. Other than that, we were thinking about possibly trying out the glass wine classes at Dollar Tree because they sell some wine glasses there. We wanted to see how that would feel like to drink out of something like that since we've never done that before. So is there anything else besides that? That's as much as I can think of for right now. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Monday, but I have to go back to Sunday really quick. Well, first things first. I crashed and I woke up at 10 a.m. And then we ate lunch and we watched another episode of Thunderbolt Fantasy. I already forgot which episode this was. I think it was the one where they were trying to face the trials and they couldn't. And so the main character guy, I don't know his name, he ended up having to do the trials pretty much by himself. We didn't really have all that much help. We got like bare minimum last minute help from the necromancer lady and the archer guy. And then he got mad and said he was leaving. Okay, so that I actually thought was extremely funny. I was almost wondering why they didn't put comedic music in the background because they could have gotten away with doing that. Alrighty, so after that, we wanted to go for a walk, but Monica got really sleepy because she woke up early. So instead, I ended up working on my planners and journals, and then I went back on at 11:30 and resumed working on pages 1, 2, and 3. I finished the first 3 audio files as well, and then I finished the pages at 2 p.m. I got off, and then we went for a walk, and we found a bunch of more bottles. So when we got home, we went straight to bed. And then I think we fell asleep at about 5 p.m. I woke up at 8 and I kept using Monica's phone to get up at like 9:30. I went straight to working on the audio as well as working on the drafts for the pages 4, 5, and 6. I finished the drafts at 11:20. I finished the audio when I started compressing the video. And then I got the entire thing all 3 pages line arted at about like a little bit before 2 a.m. and I was so tired that I stopped, and I let my computer just continue compressing the video as I went back to bed for a little bit, and I kept checking the time. So I think that it finished at about like 3:30. That was a guess. I'm not really sure. I was expecting it to finish at 4, but I don't think it did, because when I went to go check on it, it was showing me that it had already finished. So I'm not sure how long it was like that. So I went back to bed at like 4ish, and I ended up kicking Monica out of bed at 4:30, and then we went for a run at 5, and we got back at 6. So I finished setting up pages 4, 5, and 6. We ate breakfast and we watched the next episode, Thunderbolt Fantasy, and the Mikazuki guy turned on them. And everyone thinks that he's doing it specifically just to get the weapon. Why is he going to this extent? It just feels kind of strange. So I feel so bad for Dunfei. She cried so hard. I felt so bad for her. And her fight sequence was so great. It's a shame that she wasn't really fighting the bad guy. She was actually fighting her comrade, but she was under hallucination. So, it's so upsetting. Okay, so I passed the pages out to Monica, and then I got off at 6:30, and this is where I am right now. I'm updating my journals and planners. I'm recording, and I'm trying to decide if I want to go to sleep, because like we said, at about 9ish, we were going to go into Vaughn's and pick up some things. And then I'm expecting after that, when we get home, I'm going to finish putting the text on pages 1, 2, and 3 and load them. And then we're going to eat lunch, watch Thunderbolt Fantasy, and then hit the recycling center. That's what I'm hoping we're going to do. I don't know if it's going to work out that smoothly, though. As far as I know, we don't need to buy anything, and I'm not really sure between my account and her account which account's going to get the recycling money. Because like if it ends up being about the same amount, I assume that it's probably going to be like $11. Hopefully, I think maybe she should take it because she only has like a little bit of food money left over. I don't know. I figure all the money is going to go into her account, so that's as much I could think of. If everything goes according to plan, Christina should send the birth certificates out, and I'm worried that she won't remember to do it before May, because May is the absolute last time we can possibly go anywhere and do anything that's not related to what we need to do, which is taking care of chores. So I don't know. We'll find out, because like the only other time we can go is on a weekend, which means either like Friday. Probably worse being Friday. I don't really know when the DMV is open during the week, because like I'm usually finishing stuff off on Thursdays, so I doubt that we can possibly go on a Thursday. But it's one of those places where you're better off just getting there early. You really cannot like do it. You can't do it like later in the day. You'll be just waiting for the rest of your damn life. That's as much as I can think of. Alrighty then, I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Tuesday, but I have to go back to Monday really quick. So we hit Vaughn's and we got some more cucumber. I think we actually got the last of the cucumbers that they had there. And then we got orange juice, punch, and the last thing. I don't really remember, but when we got home, I resumed work. I finished the pages and loaded them, and then we ate lunch and watched more Thunderbolt Fantasy. I was surprised I actually killed the Screaming Felix killer guy. I don't know what to think about that. That was just kind of like, It just kind of felt like I was expecting so much more from that character, because so many characters of his trope are a certain way, and like in the end he just died. That was it. It was so anticlimactic. I'm just whatever. So yeah. Okay, so after lunch we hit the recycling center. Amazingly, because the bags were so full, they were much easier to carry. So that really worked out for us. And when Monica was waiting in line to cash them in, I walked into the 98-cent store there, and I wandered around. They have like a ton of Ever After High dolls. Oh my god, I cannot believe how many Ever After High dolls they have. They had Nina, which is supposed to be the daughter of Thumbelina, and then they had Michelle, which is the daughter of the Little Mermaid. And I'm like, I don't know if they had any of the Beanstalk girl, because I didn't really see her, but I know that she's part of the same group. And it kind of got me excited, because it's like, oh good, this is a good time to like get these dolls. But it also made me feel bad, because it's like, I don't know if they're valuable on eBay anymore. I mean, they were some of the last dolls to come out, so I doubt that they aren't valuable right now. But I don't know. I feel like they would probably be more valuable. I'm just, I don't really know. I should go check and see what they're going for right now, because like I'll have to spend a couple of bucks on a handful of them and then put them on the internet. And heck, I can probably list them as low as they are worth right now and see if the people will bid on them. I don't know. Let me just check to see how much they're going for at the moment. But yeah, can you imagine all the people who want to make customs out of them? That'd be interesting. I don't remember if they were some of the last fully jointed dolls. They probably were. But yeah, that was interesting. Okay, so we headed home. After we got our money, it came out to $11 again. I need to calculate how much change I have, because it came out, it was $11 and some change. So I need to calculate all the change together to see what we have. I'll do that later. Afterward, we got home and then we went back to work. Monica spent all day coloring in the pages, and then I proofread the next chapter. And I think we only have like 4 chapters left of the series, and then it's gonna end soon. I got off at 2, I went straight to bed, and I ended up going and waking up at like 9. I went straight to work on the Tuesday pages, even though it was still Monday. So I drafted them, I line ordered them, I finished line ordering them, I think at about what time was it when I finished? It was some time between like 1 and 2, I think was about when I finished line arting them. I actually got to record myself line arting this time, and I was compressing my video. It's like the second compression, so that got done at about 3, and that's when I got tired, so I got off and I went to sleep. I woke up at about 4ish, and I kicked Monica out of bed at 4:30, and we went for a run at 5. So we got back at 6, we ate breakfast, we watched episode 10 of Thunderbolt Fantasy, and this time they're gonna have to work together again. Oh my god, because like one moment it looked like he wanted to kill the Gale guy. I forgot I can't remember these Chinese names. Oh my god. But yeah, it seemed like he wanted to kill him, and then now he's working with him, and that spear guy came back to save Dawn. I don't like them together. I feel like he's so disrespectful to her. I just so yeah. What else happened? Okay, so I passed the pages off to Monica after we ate breakfast. So I'm taking a break right now. I'm trying to decide when I want to go back on, because like I think I got off at like 7:30. That's a guess. I don't really know. So I'm expecting to go back on between like 8 and 9, because usually that's when the computer has completely rested from being on all day. Today I need to load the next video, and I need to finish the Monday pages because those didn't get done. I'm still coloring them in. I have one that's already been fully shaded, and the other 2 are partially shaded, and then I need to put text on them. So I'm hoping to do that as soon as possible. What else is there? I'm trying to decide if I should take a nap, because I also take a bath today, so I should probably do that too. But at the same time, it's easier to save water when we get to take a bath together, because like I usually go first and then she goes after me, and it prevents us from spending too much time in the bathroom. Is there anything else that's on my mind? I have not gotten a chance to work on the scripts. It is already Tuesday. That's bad. I mean, we're finishing the chapter on Wednesday. Thursday and Wednesday is when we usually finish it. That means that I only have between Friday and Saturday to complete the actual script, which is terrible. I need to like at least pull out some paper, but I've just been so tired. And this is the kind of bullshit that I've always hated about trying to figure out how to finish scripts at the same time that I'm working on pages, because sometimes the pages and the scripts don't come out at the same time, and I have to like hurry to finish one. It sucks so much. I guess so. Let me think. Okay, so I guess after this I'll try to do something for the scripts. Oh, that's right. Monica has an appointment tomorrow and Thursday, so maybe I could probably use that time to either one I'll use for the scripts and the other one I'll use for the extras. I was hoping to use both of them for the extras because I really want to get something started for that. But like I said, I haven't had time to actually sit down and write. I'm mostly just being tired. So if I don't sleep, I have to work on those. And I feel like I want to sleep. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Wednesday, but I have to go back to Tuesday really quick. First things first, I didn't mention this yesterday, at least I don't think I did, but Eurovision ended up showing a preview of semifinal 1 and 2 in the running order that it's supposed to be. And for semifinal 1, I was super excited to see that Azerbaijan was opening the contest, and that Cyprus was closing it. That was really cool. I'm excited for that. As for semifinal 2, Norway's opening it, and then Ukraine is ending it. So I'm kind of feel like, I feel like Norway is a really strong opening, but Ukraine is not necessarily a strong ending, I guess. But we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, so the only other thing I also didn't mention was that Token Rambo recently announced that all the starters are going to be getting Kiwame versions from April all the way up until, I think they said August, so it's April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so the first person to get a Kiwame is Musunokami. I am perfectly fine with that. I'm kind of wondering about it though, because is he the most popular starter in the Japanese version? Because like I remember somebody saying that even for UFO Table's character design book for the series, Musunokami was the one with the most pages. So it left me wondering, is he more popular than all the other starters? Because like as far as I can remember, the most popular starter, at least for the Western fan base, is Kashu, followed by Yamanbangiri, and then Musunokami. Kasen and Hachisuka are the final two in that order. So I'm wondering, at least I'm hoping that Kasen's comes out soon, because I really just want to see Kasen's. I don't care about the other four. Musunokami, I'm okay with that. I'm not in love with him, but I definitely feel like I can live with seeing him. It's the other three that I don't give two shits about. I really, really like Kasen. So yeah. Those are everything that happened that I completely forgot to talk about. Okay, so after I recorded, I took a quick nap. I woke up at like 9 a.m. and I resumed working on the pages, and then we stopped at about 10-ish to watch Thunderbolt Fantasy. I had this sinking feeling that the what's his name, Ice Staff Boy, whatever, he kept trying to make himself famous. Yeah, I had this sinking feeling he was probably gonna have to replace the One-Eyed Impaler, and I think I was more or less right, because like right when that was crossing my mind, as soon as he was fighting his brother Sensei, whatever he is to him, I was thinking maybe if he killed him, he could replace him. And then moments after I was thinking that, he literally took his eye out, and I was like, okay, great, he's gonna definitely become the One-Eyed Impaler. So, yeah, seeing the One-Eyed Impaler and the Night's Lament turn on the two kids kind of was a bit jarring. It was a bit of a stretch, because they didn't do enough to actually set up that the two of them were gonna turn on. So I felt like it felt really far-fetched. Okay, so after that, after we ate lunch, we ended up hitting Northgate, and we bought more water, and on the way we found a dime in a can. I brought that home, and then let's see, I caught up with my journals and planners and to-do list. We took a shower, and then I hurried to go back on and complete the art for the Monday pages. That was more or less what I did. I think I got off at like 3 p.m. And as I was getting out of my chair, I ended up like stabbing into the big toe on my left foot with the nail of the big toe on my right foot. And I didn't know how I did that. All I know is that I had a bit of trouble getting it to stop bleeding. After I got to stop bleeding, I ended up working a bit on page 10 for chapter 19. And then before we went to bed, we ended up going for a quick walk around the school. It was open, so we ended up running around picking up all the bottles we could find. So I got all the bottles and cans that were littered across the playground, the ones I've been just eyeing all this time. I'm like, I really want to know, is the school open after school at this time all the time, or just on specific days? Because as far as I can remember, I never really noticed if it was open or not. And since it was, it felt nice to actually get a chance to just run around and pick up stuff. Okay. After that, we went to bed. I got up at 10 and I ended up working on the pages until 1, and this time I actually got to record. The recordings I did yesterday, when I actually reviewed them, I didn't like them. I felt like there wasn't anything to show. There wasn't anything to really see. It just felt kind of eh. So I just threw them in the folder, and I'm not going to finish them. The ones I did record though came out great, so I'm definitely putting that up later when the chapter's finished, because it's for page 10, and Monica's coloring that in right now. Okay, so I went back to bed at 1 because I was really tired. I woke up at 4, but I didn't get up until 5, and I ended up resuming the work on the Tuesday pages. And then Monica got up at 6 and made breakfast, and then when we ate breakfast, we watched episode 12 of Thunderbolt Fantasy, and the plot twist ended up being that the demon lady was behind this. She was trying to make sure that the sword was removed, so that way the demon that was the sword was keeping captive could be free. And the major bad guy didn't care about this any other way. He was planning on defeating it regardless, because he's so full of himself. And the sniper guy ended up getting strangled to death and thrown into the hole, so that's the end of his arc. That felt like so anticlimactic for me. I actually was expecting him to have more of a dramatic death. On the other end of the stick, we ended up finding out that the sword that the main character is using is actually a piece of wood painted silver, and that's extremely interesting, because I was wondering in the scene where what's his face? What is his face? The Mikazaki guy, I don't remember his name, the enigmatic Gale guy. When he picked up the weapon and looked at it, he realized it was a stick. I feel like that didn't get across. That was just not very obvious. I mean, yes, it was apparent that the thing was going to be blunt, but I felt like that didn't. The fact that it was wood wasn't obvious. I don't know. I guess because I took it at face value that it's just a prop. I don't know. Okay, so I got off at 7. Monica went on to do the pages, and then now I'm taking a break. My idea I'm thinking of is to just finish doing the artwork for the Tuesday pages, and then instead of trying to put the text on all the pages right now, just go back to chapters 20 and try to finish it before 1 o'clock, because that's when Monica's appointment is, and I want to see if I can get the storyboard done before 1. But that means I have to haul ass on this. So I'm going to go back on at least around 8:30 to 9, and then from 9 until, I'm going to say 12. Actually, not 12, because we eat about between 1 and 12. Okay, so from 9 to like 11, I don't know about 11. Okay, 9 to 10. All right, I'm going to say from 9 to 10. If I'm lucky, maybe like 10:30, 11ish. I'll be able to complete it. I just hope that I don't have anything stopping me, because like I need to get this done today. This is gonna be her longest appointment. She's meeting with her care coordinator for the first time from this new facility, because like the last one was Mary. I think this new one's name is, oh no, I don't remember. She'll tell me later. Okay, so her next meeting tomorrow is for a shot, and that's not gonna take very long. She's gonna walk in, do the basic stuff, and then get the shot and then leave. So that's more or less it. And this is my last chance to work on this, so I'm taking as much as I possibly can. I don't know if I fail at completing the script. I don't know if I'll be able to write it all out while I'm there, because I also need to be working on the extras for 1, 2, and 3. Chapters 1, 2, and 3, I mean. And try to like sketch out stuff for that, and then try to do all those this month, because like I really want to get five chapters done this month, but I completely understand that's a bit unrealistic, because like my major goal is to just get through volume 1 and 2 before the series goes up. It goes up in September, so that's a total of like 20 chapters with 2 extras each. That's like 40 pages right there. I have to get 40 pages done within from April to August. So that's 5 months. So that's not fair. Okay. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Thursday, but I have to go back to Wednesday really quick. I went back to working on the script, and I struggled to finish it before Monica's appointment at 1. Oh my god, I got it to a point, and then I could not figure out how to finish it. I didn't actually how to conclude the scene. So I just printed it out as it is and I brought it with me to the appointment. I tried to tweak the ending a little bit while I was there, but I still feel like it doesn't feel like an ending yet. And I even moved a few things around in the middle, and then I started storyboarding it, but I didn't get very far. I only got like I think about 2 pages in, and then she got out of her appointment. Okay, so she hates her new caseworker. I think she said her new caseworker's name is Christine. I'm not really sure, but she feels like Christine doesn't seem like she knows what she's doing, and Monica was annoyed by that. Alrighty. So, after that we hit Walgreens because the CCS is not that far away from the Walgreens over there. So we walked in and we asked for a membership. We signed up for the membership and then we headed home. So we got a big card and a keychain card, and I had the keychain card with my my CVS one on my wallet, and Monica has the big card. I think she ended up putting it in the card. We have a little folder for cards, so she probably put it in there for now because we don't really need it. We don't really shop at Walgreens that often, but in case that we end up in a situation where we have to choose between a Walgreens and a CVS and all we have is either the Walgreens, we're probably going to use it then. Alrighty, so after that we tried to go to the women's group at 3, but Tiffy wasn't there. In fact, she sent an email out saying that she had to be somewhere else at the time, so we don't know if she's going to be here next week or not, but we were annoyed because we actually were interested in going today. The only other thing that happened was that Becky promised us that our furniture will be removed by the end of this week. So that means that the big chest of drawers, big heavy chest of drawers that we have, and then the what are they called? The random squared-ish table that's just not right for us is gonna move too. So that's it so far. After that, we watched a little bit of YouTube. I worked a bit on the chapter 1 extras, and that was it. We got up and went to bed at 4. I woke up at 10 p.m. and I finished coloring in the art for the Wednesday pages, and I went to bed at 1. That was when I was tired. So the only thing I skipped over just there was that I started my period, and that's really annoying me right now. I'm already on my second painkiller trying to go back to doing shit. Okay, so I woke up at like 5:30 a.m. and I went back on. I resumed adding text to the pages. So I'm putting text on all the Monday pages right now. I only managed to do the first of the 3 Monday pages, so that is page 4, I believe, and I loaded it. We ate breakfast and we watched various first episodes of the new spring season. Oh my god, this is terrible. Let's see. First one we watched was Tadako Never Falls in Love, and oh my god, that was bad. Wow, that was bad. And then afterward we watched 3D Kanojo or 3D Girlfriend or something like that, and like that was worse. And then after that we watched we tried to watch Tachi Banakan Triangle or something like that, and that was also very bad. And we were like, shit. So we still have more to watch. I should have clicked on Lupin. I just forgot that I linked Lupin. And I at least know that's what would be passing, because like Lupin typically is pretty good. It's gaggy, but pretty good. So I'm regretting not clicking on it. So right now I'm taking a break because like I was trying to finish page 4, and when I did, I got off because I couldn't stand this feeling of needing to go to the bathroom. So I ended up going back to the bathroom. I spent a good long while there. I don't know when I'm gonna go back on. I know I need to finish the all the pages today, and it takes a while to get through all of them. So I'm just like, this is so annoying. I've been thinking about the script for chapter 20, and I want to try to work on that too, but I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to, because I'm most likely gonna be working on the pages like all freaking day long. So I'm expecting that to happen. And I just want to make sure I can get as much done in between every meal, because every time we eat, we watch anime, and I can't work on this. I can't work on the pages if I do that, because I'm focusing too much on this thing instead. Is there anything else? I really can't think of anything else right now. What else are we doing today? Oh, that's right. At 10, Monica has another appointment. I completely forgot. What time is it right now? It is 7:50. It's almost 8. Okay. If I go back on at say like 8:30, then I only have until like 9:30, because if we're gonna have to be there at 10. She's just getting her shot, so she's not gonna be there for very long. I most likely should bring like these extras or something, or I don't know. I feel like if I bring this script, it's not gonna work out because like I have to fix it first, so I can't storyboard it. So the only thing I can really do is just bring the extras that I was working on instead. Oh, it's so annoying. As long as I can get done Pasha's profile comic and then the second extra after that, then all of the extras for chapter 1 are done. So I need to make time for that. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare my bag. As far as I know, I didn't really remove much from it yesterday, just 1 or 2 things, and then I need to print out those things. So that I don't actually, I should do it right away, but I just barely got off and I want to take a longer break. So I'm gonna try to go on between like 8:20, 8:30, around there, and try to get done about like 9:30. All right, then that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Friday, but I have to go back to Thursday. You know, it just kind of occurred to me that I didn't talk about my feelings about the end of Thunderbolt Fantasy. If you're following me on my personal Tumblr, you probably heard me mention something about it. But it was excruciatingly disappointing. In fact, the whole last episode felt like somebody else wrote it, because it was just one ass pull after the other. And it just made me feel like it made me feel like if there was something that was supposed to lead up to hint that this was going to be the solution to the second problem, I kind of feel like they didn't make it obvious enough, honestly. So I feel like the last episode literally killed the entire series for me. In fact, I don't care about it anymore. That's how upset about it I am. So yes. Okay, so after I recorded yesterday, Monica ended up hitting Albertsons without me because I had to do work on the pages. I was putting text on them. And she got back just in time for her appointment. We left at about 10 a.m. And while I was waiting for her, I got to work on the extra. So I did the second extra for chapter 1, and then I did the profile extras for Pasha, Libelle, and Philippe. I finished Philippe and Libelle, but Pasha's I didn't get done because like I'm still trying to think of what needs to go in the middle. I had the punchline, but I couldn't think of how to finish the middle. So we left it at that. Afterward, we ended up going into the plaza. We hit clothing store, and I found some really, really cute hair clips. I wanted them for my TN, though, my traveler's notebook. I don't know if I wanted to get the pink and green ones or the pink and purple ones. They were pink and purple. But one had a bigger set and the other one had a smaller set. They're only $2. They're really cheap. We also saw some shower curtains that we liked, and we were trying to find some nice bedding, and I found some really cheap plant. When I was trying to look at the school supply section, the toy section, because they're right next to each other, that's when suddenly Alex G showing up started playing on the radio, and I started freaking out because like Alex G is a YouTube singer that I follow, and if you were following me on both Twitter and Tumblr, I mentioned that I heard her and I wanted to tell her, and when I tweeted her about it, she actually replied to me. I didn't actually expect that because for the so many years, I think I'm going to say I've been following her for 4 years. I'm guessing, I don't really know. It's so much time has passed. I literally have forgotten how long I've followed her, but I've been following her for such a long time. And it feels so weird to actually have finally communicated with her, because I actually did have a chance to see her perform live and in person, but I didn't get to go because it was really inconvenient at the time. We go to bed really early and she was performing late in the evening. So yeah. Back then we had car access, unlike now we don't have car access. So it was a big deal to actually receive a response, but I also felt extremely awkward about it because she wanted to know where I heard the song, and I don't want to talk about where I went. I really don't want to talk about it. Okay, so after the clothing store, we went to the 99-cent store, and we tried to find that mint chocolate that we get there, but they didn't have any. In fact, they only had 1 bar of it, and so we decided to get from the same brand, the dark chocolate sea salt, to try. It's not good. Oh my god, it tastes really bad. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of dark chocolate. The only type of dark chocolate I like is mint, but like with that, it was just like, oh my god. Okay, so after we browsed Northgate, specifically because we just wanted to see what was on the other side of the store. The store, beyond a certain point, is a food court. It's not a store. And like, it's not an appetizing food court. In fact, it's kind of a slightly traumatizing food court. Oh god. Monica was disgusted by how everything was just left out in the open for bacteria to attack it. It was just gross. Oh god. Okay, so then we walked home, and when we got back, I completed putting dialogue text all over every single page of chapter 19 except for the last 3. And then we stopped to eat lunch and we watched Philip DeFranco on the Hot Ones. And he ended up eating more than 3 final pieces of chicken. It was good. That was fun. I like that. Okay, so then I got off at 2:30 to take a break, and I believe that we went back on at 3 to watch Philip DeFranco normally. And then after we went for a walk, we ate ravioli and then went to bed. I think it went in that order. I'm not really sure. But yeah, afterward, I ended up waking up at 4 a.m. I completed the last 3 pages of chapter 19. And then we watched some like yokai romance anime that Monica was interested in for the spring season, and I did not give 2 shits about it. The second thing we ended up watching was Comic Girls, and that I took way too personally. There were some parts that we felt like we wanted to skip ahead because it took so long to get to the point that by the time we got to the point, they didn't really spend so much time in it. But yeah, oh my god, the blue character, Tsubasa, is that her name? I think that's her name is Tsubasa, I don't know. But like, yeah, I feel like I could identify with her until she started dressing up as her characters and overdoing it. That was no. That was no. That was a big no. Okay, so after that we ended up hitting Northgate and we bought 8 bottles of water. And then we ended up coming home and I printed out copies of Monica's SSI letter for Becky because she wanted to update Monica's money information. But it turned out to be not the time of the year that she needed it. So Monica and I just came back and we downloaded all of Monica's bank statements because that's what she wants as alternative. So Monica's going to take her PDFs for the last year down to their office to print out. I don't know if she's going to have any problems with that. I don't really think so. But yeah, I'm here. I caught up my journals and planners. I'm recording this audio, and then when I'm done, I have to go work on chapter 20. Because like after finishing chapter 19, I made me think a little bit differently about how I wanted to approach chapter 20, and it made me dissatisfied with how I did approach chapter 20. So I need to spend the next while working on this until lunchtime, and I know I'm gonna be so frustrated if I don't get a chance to work on it. The only other thing that happened was that this morning Volks ended up announcing the Dolphy Dream Luca we've been waiting for the last year. And I mean we as in the Dolphy Dream community, not me and Monica. Monica and I don't give 2 shits about Luca, but I wanted to see what Luca looked like, and she's probably one of the first dolls to have an open mouth in a really long time. I feel like the last doll was, oh, who was the last doll to have a slightly open mouth? Shoot. It's escaping me right now. I know there was one that was fairly recently, but, I like open mouth dolls. I'm mad she's the next open mouth doll because I don't like Luca. I really don't like her. It also makes me wonder if they're gonna do something similar for Mako. And what about Kaito? Are they gonna do Kaito also? Because I feel like they've gotten this far. There are only 2 dolls left. Alrighty, that's as much as I can think of. Going forward, the only thing I need to finish is chapter 20. I need to get the storyboard done too, and I also need to finish the I need to print out the drafts tomorrow. So, as far as I know, the only other thing that's happening is that Becky promised to get rid of the excess furniture that we don't need by the end of the week. We still don't know anything about that. The week's almost over. She's probably wrong about it, though. Is there anything else I can possibly say? No, I'm guessing that's virtually it. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.